It's a beautiful day of fights here just outside of the city of Houston in Rosenberg, Texas at the Fort Bend Epicenter. And we have a flyweight championship bout as Paris Moran defends his belt against Freddie Rodriguez. But first, we have 13 prelim bouts, and it's time for these fighters to unleash the fury. And welcome in, I'm Mehul Ramzani, joined by UFC veteran Alex Morono. Michael Alexander is out on assignment covering the Women's World Cricket Championship. And so many fights, so many opportunities for these fighters to catch somebody's eye. And I know you're excited to watch one fighter in particular.
Yeah, 13 fights on the prelims. The flyweights and bantamweights are here in full force. Zach Atalig, my guy's making his debut. Gonzalez is also making his return. Had a flawless victory in his debut. Cannot wait to see these guys get going.
Man, it's going to be a fun one. We also have 4 debuts on the pro side. So let's get things started right now and join the third member of our broadcast crew. The best dressed man in MMA, Fury FC Hall of Famer, Rosenberg's hottest man, voted #1 3 straight years. Here he is, Wayne Leggett.
Good afternoon, fight fans, and welcome to the Fort Bend Epicenter in Rosenberg, Texas. This is Fury FC 91, Rodriguez versus Moran. But first, please welcome to the blue corner for your opening preliminary contest, John Salinas.
All right, John Salinas. He is the first fighter out making his amateur debut. Got a lot of debuts tonight on the amateur side, and as I just mentioned, 4 on the pro side, so we're going to have a lot of fun here, and you can see John Salinas is just ready and hyped up. He was telling us before the fights, he's an avid motorcycle rider and Warhammer 40K tabletop enthusiast. I don't know what that means, but that sounds like something that's really awesome. He's looking jacked for this bantamweight bout. Training at Strong Style MMA. You see Cision Curry in there, Richard Burmaster, the head matchmaker as well, one of the coaches out there at Strong Style MMA. They actually have 5 fighters. They're based right here in the Richmond-Rosenberg area. They've been training hard. I know nerves are always a big thing, but when you're training with a lot of other pro fighters, it's got to be good. John Salinas is in. Let's meet his opponent.
Please welcome to the red corner, Zach Atalig.
Zach Atalig. You don't hear Alex right now because he is going to be in the corner of Zach Atalig, making his debut as well. Comes from a family of avid fighters. They're all training. They're at Gracie Baja, the Woodlands. Busy night already. Last night for Gracie Baja, the Woodlands, Ricky Tercios, who was defeated last night at UFC Fight Night by Raul Rosas. And they got here this morning, the whole coaching staff. They have 3 fighters on this card. That's the fight game. Alex did that last week as well. He had a fight on Saturday night. Flew back Sunday morning, was here for our amateur series broadcast. Never misses a beat. Our Tail to Tape brought to you by Fury Unleashed Podcast. Available everywhere you get your podcast. 27-year-old John Salinas making that debut, but short on the height, short on the reach against Zach Atalig, the 24-year-old. All right, both fighters are inside. Let's get our introduction.
Ladies and gentlemen, your opening preliminary contest, brought to you by the Fury Unleashed podcast, is scheduled for 3 rounds in the Fury Amateur Series Bantamweight Division. Introducing to you first, fighting out of the blue corner. This mixed martial artist stands 5 feet 4 inches tall, and he weighed in at 132 pounds. Fighting out of Richmond, Texas, today he makes his amateur debut. This is John Salinas. And introducing his opponent across the cage, fighting out of the red corner. This freestyle fighter stands 5 feet, 7 inches tall, and he weighed in officially at 135.4 pounds. Fighting out of the Woodlands, Texas, today, he too makes his amateur debut. This is Zach Atalig. Your referee in charge of the action, JJ Ferraro.
All right, 2 debuts. Blue gloves for Salinas, red gloves for Atalig. First MMA fight here for Fury inside the Ford Bank Epicenter. Beautiful new venue here in Rosenberg. Nice exchange to start. First shot here from Salinas. Defended well so far. Nice little exit kick there for the 24-year-old Atalig. Atalig actually took this fight when a teammate was originally scheduled for this fight. And he said, all right, I'll just step in. Why not? Good combo there from Salinas. Nice kick package as well for the debuter. Fighters very content with exchanging in the center of the cage. He always loved that. 1 minute gone. Overhand right there. Oh, kick exchange there. Man, both of these debut Hammies looking very relaxed. Thought both guys are going to be going 200 miles per hour, but actually very poised. Halfway mark now for round 1. Fighters very content keeping this on the feet. Atalig, a blue belt in Jiu-Jitsu. Let's see if he can complete this takedown, Atalig. And he does. Gets it to the ground with under a minute left. Zach attack. Atalig now working in half.
Left arm underhook, left leg catches. Get your right side, JT.
Acoustics are great in this venue right now. You can hear both coaching corners.
Get that left arm under. You got 30 seconds, JT.
Some rib shots there from the bottom for Salinas. 20 seconds left. Scramble. 10 seconds left. See if there's a statement to be made here for Zach attack. And what a fun first round. Very close. Good exchange there for both fighters on their feet. Let's take a look at our round 1 highlights. That nice high kick exchange there from both guys. It was all about the feet until that takedown there that was completed for attack. He spent about 52 seconds on the ground. Would that be enough to score the round his way? Really good pace there for debuters. It was fun to watch. In the opening round, glad we have a second round. We'll see what adjustments are being made. All right, let's get round 2 going. Glove touch there. He's opening up with some kicks. Nice Nice combo there from both Salinas and a nice counter there, from Atalig. Ooh, big right there. Wow, good flurry there from Atalig. Alex Morono calling for more boxing there for the 24-year-old. Zach attack. Zach now just standing straight up a little bit. See if round two's getting to him, wearing him down just a little bit. Salinas a little bit more active. Good big right there. You can see Salinas wants no part of taking this to the ground. He's totally content with keeping it on his feet. Had to clinch, let it go. Oh, big kick there. Has Salinas stunned. Now big knee. Oh, another one. Wow, Zach Atalig, is this going to be enough? Can he finish this fight? Two high kicks. Blood coming out the nose of John Salinas. Another high kick. Another one to the head. Is this going to be enough? The flurry. 1:10 left in round two. And now Salinas just punching to stay alive. Seeing if he can catch Atalig. Oh, man. What another one. Another one. And his corner's calling for it as well. JJ Ferraro just looking on, waiting, inching closer and closer. 45 seconds left. Now they will stop these amateur fights a little bit sooner than the pros. Man, can Zach Atalig finish this fight with about 30 seconds left in round two? Or did that gas tank just take a big hit? And now here comes John Salinas. Wow. What another high kick. This is a blast. What a way to start us off here for Fury FC 91 inside the epicenter. Another one. Blood coming out the nose of Salinas. Under 10 seconds, 4 seconds left. Excuse me there. I missed the 10-second mark because I was caught up in the action. That was a blast. Man, John Salinas surviving that onslaught. The final minute is huge. We take a look at our highlights. One. That was the one that stunned him initially. That one just missed the kick. But Atalig threw probably three more after that had some good connections. How John Salinas survived that onslaught is incredible. Just shows the heart he has. You know, his corner is telling him, you got to get this finish in round three. You don't know how round one was scored. Obviously, round two is a clear Atalig round. Can't leave it to the judges. Going to get a quick check in here. Doctor's going to step in, make sure the nose is okay, everything is good. Oh, there's the squat test that caused a lot of controversy before. Good squats, everything is good. I remember the guys talked about this on the Fury Unleashed podcast about the squat test. It was a little controversial back when Michael Aswell got the win over, I believe it was Alto. Fact check me on that one, Brian. Thank you. So many cards. I do miss some. This is coming out. Some combos, but another kick keeps Salinas at bay from Atalig. Strong Style MMA coaching corner calling for Salinas to use his hands more. Throw those big power shots. You can see a lot of muscle on that frame. Has some good power, does a 27-year-old. Good body shot there. Ooh, just ate a left there, did Salinas. And now to the ground we go. Beautiful time shot there from Atalig. A little talking there from both fighters. Now Salinas making that attempt to get up, still has to finish it, and Atalig with a big slam there in the center of the cage. Now getting the mount is Atalig, looking for some kind of opening to finish this fight. 110 left in the fight. Good debut performance for Zach Atalig. Really good moments as well for Salinas. And now, can Atalig get the finish? Yes, it was the Altum fight. When Michael Aswell got the win, Dr. Stoppage, same doctor, and that is it. Got the finish for Atalig. Not enough defense there. Awesome debut for both guys. Zach attack with the huge finish to start us off here on the prelims for Fury FC 91. Atalig jumping to the top, but we'll get the highlights here first. Started with that huge takedown and the big dump in the center of the cage. And from there, Zach just worked into the mount, found the opening, got it to the cage fencing, and that was enough. Nowhere for Salinas to escape, but man, that was a great, great fight for both fighters. Good way to get us going. All right, let's go inside and make things official. Here's Wayne Leggett.
Ladies and gentlemen, the end comes 2 minutes, 14 seconds into round number 2, declaring a winner by TKO, Zach Atalig.
Congratulations to Zach Atalig getting that first win as an amateur. And he would traditionally, oh, here we go, there's Alex.
All right, guys, I'm here with Zach Attack. You guys, this goes to show the beauty of martial arts. Zach is one of the most kind individuals I've ever met in my life. He'll give the shirt off of his back to help anyone in need, and he just really embodies the warrior spirit. Zach, how you feeling after this very successful amateur debut?
I feel good. I'm happy that I was able to represent my gym good. I was happy I put on a good performance for you guys.
Zach, you always inspire me to fight hard. I've coached you in jiu-jitsu tournaments. This amateur debut is excellent. You know, what do you want to do next in your martial arts career?
Oh, man, I want another fight, and hopefully I fight for an amateur title in the future.
Zach, you've earned this win. Congratulations. Zach Ishameg.
And there he is, Alex Moreno doing double duty, coaching and interviewing, one of the rare treats, and taking a selfie. Congratulations. All right, let's get our next fighter out.
Please welcome to the blue corner, Anthony Moore.
All right, we'll get some featherweights going now. Anthony Moore making his way out, 1-1 record. Third time inside the Fury Amateur Series cage. Coming off his first win where he beat Tanner Marsh at Fury Challenger Series in November. At Fury Challenger Series 10, in November via unanimous decision. Both of his fights have gone the distance. very talented fighter. Has a lot of potential at the age of 19. Training right here out of Third Coast MMA in Richmond. And a guy who now, third fight, looking to refine his game a little bit more as an amateur is Anthony Moore.
Yeah, some good experience in this next fight coming up.
Card is loaded with debuters, good experience. This is going to be a fun one. Anthony's inside. Let's meet his opponent.
Please welcome Chris Velarde to the red corner.
Chris Velarde, the bovine. You can see it. He is all in on the gimmick.
Yeah, I know the Main Street team, they had 7 fights. One of them unfortunately fell through. Their fighter was ready to show up, but her opponent was not. So they have a tall task of 6 corners tonight. And it's cool to see Chris getting them started. One thing I love in this matchup is this whole fight card, it's a bunch of youngsters and lighter weight guys. So you know we're going to see just high volume, high pace. I mean, that opening fight was awesome.
That was so much fun for 2 amateurs making their debut. That did not look like
very
debut
patient,
guys.
technical. It was awesome.
That was a fun fight, man. Huge win for Zach Attack. You had triple duty there. Coaching, you had to do the interview, you had to take a selfie. Man, busy start for you.
Hey, man, I'd have it no other way.
That's the best, man. Chris Velarde, 2-1 record. First time here inside Fury Amateur Series on a 2-fight win streak. We look at our tail of the tape brought to you by Space City Collective. Slight height advantage and reach advantage for Anthony Moore, the 19-year-old. Came in at 141.6 for the featherweight bout, so maybe working on a cut for bantamweight, who knows? But nonetheless, we are here. Let's get our introductions.
Ladies and gentlemen, the following contest, brought to you by Space City Collective, is scheduled for 3 rounds in the Fury Amateur Series Featherweight Division. Introducing your first competitor, fighting out of the blue corner. This mixed martial artist stands 5 feet 10 inches tall, and he weighed in officially at 141.6 pounds. Fighting out of Richmond, Texas, he holds an amateur record of 1 win, 1 loss. This is Anthony Moore. And introducing his opponent, fighting out of the red corner. This freestyle fighter stands 5 feet 9 inches tall, and he weighed in at 146 pounds. Fighting out of Batson, Texas, his amateur record stands at 2 wins, 1 loss. Here is Chris Velarde. Your referee in charge, Danielle Guevara.
All right, Danielle Guevara with the assignment for the featherweight showdown. Blue gloves for Anthony Moore. Bovine Chris Velarde in the red gloves.
That's Professor Danielle. She got her black belt over the weekend. Congratulations to her.
Congratulations.
Big overhand there from Velarde. Good low kick. We saw right when the fight started, Velarde, shot actually kind of feinted a takedown. Oh man, maybe he's looking to get a reaction on the level change to throw that overhand. That's the second he's thrown now. Anthony, though, not deterred. He's firing back. Kind of a difference in striking side. You see more the young blood throwing straight strikes. As Velarde, the senior in the fight, 30 years old, going with big power shots over the top and low kicks.
Both guys looking very comfortable. Good level change there to dodge that left for Velarde.
Yeah, Velarde didn't really sit down in his shots. Oh, man, huge right hand.
Wow.
They should stop this fight.
This is
out,
it.
man. Huge knockout. Wow. Man, I think it was the overhand. He had thrown that, and it landed glancing once, but man, the first punch he threw was that overhand that whipped. I'm like, man, he's sitting down on these shots. I mean, he really caught him clean there. I mean, that brings Chris Velarde to 3-1. Woo! Huge knockout victory.
Man, he was looking for that, loaded up on it, perfect connection. And here is the finish.
Had to have been the overhand.
Take a look at, oh, we missed the... Here it is, another angle.
Yeah.
Boom!
Man, it was wild. The young Anthony Moore was just throwing the right hand in the zone, and he didn't even really drop his left hand. His body would just shift it to that guard, lowered a bit. Man, huge knockout. I got an interview on this big KO.
All right, Alex, go on in there. Right when Alex's heart rate dropped, he has to jump back in. Man, what a start here at the epicenter. 2 fights, 2 finishes. Anthony Moore is back up on his feet, walking around. A lot of respect between these fighters. We'll make things official here in just a second. Here is Wade.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Danielle Guevara calls for a stop to the fight. 1 minute, 3 seconds into the very first round, declaring a winner by knockout, Chris Velarde.
Chris, I gotta talk to you on this one. That was awesome. So I have to ask, right when the fight started, you hit a level change like a fake shot, and then you started nuking that overhand. Were you trying to get the reaction of them to maybe change levels and down block so you could land the punch? Was that overhand part of your master plan?
Yeah, I'm very blessed that I have guys like Cody Freeman, Jacob Berry, Paul Garza. If y'all saw his last fight, he lands right hands. So, and he was my sparring partner all camp. So with those guys in the room, it just elevates me every time. And walking out, Cody said, "Hey man, you know, everybody knows you're going to shoot. Level change, and then your shots are there." So yeah, it was pretty much the plan. It landed, and I kind of have a confidence to me that if I land that right hand, it's pretty bad. So that's kind of how it happened.
Yeah, this is the ultimate proving ground. That right hand landed, and it landed hard. That puts you at 3-1 now as an amateur. What do you want to achieve next here for Fury?
I'm going to go in the back, talk to Crew Bob, talk to Jacob, talk to Cody. Just have a little moment with myself, with my wife and my son. And actually, this camp, I got some good news. My wife is pregnant again. So I'm going to go and spend some time with them and go be daddy for a while, but I'll talk to Crew Bob, see what we got.
Awesome. Well, I know you're the first of 6 fighters on your team tonight. You started the team off with a bang. Literally, congratulations. Your winner, Chris Velarde.
All right, congratulations to the Velarde family. Another family member soon to be joining them. Love that. Get your sleep in while you can. All right, let's get our next fighter out.
Please welcome to the blue corner, Matt Crise.
And I am so pumped for this fight, Alex. Matt Crise, Jaden to win, and Matt Crise coming out first. Second time inside the Fury Amateur Series cage. Coming off his first loss to Caden Atkinson at Fury FC in March via decision. He won his debut fight via a choke, has a very good pressure game, and has a really fun style.
Yeah, and, don't take his one loss here in Fury, out of context. His opponent, really put on a masterclass. Crise used really good grappling. It was a competitive fight. His opponent just really was sharp that night. I know Crise trains with Adam Smith, who's going to be on our main card. The guys kind of travel and train together, and I'll tell you, Murillo, you actually beat me to it. I was going to say this is one of the amateur fights I was looking forward to, and Crise is half of this equation. Jaden Nguyen, a new age Bruce Lee, is going to be walking to the cage in a moment. I think this is going to be a pretty classic striker versus grappler fight. Crise being the grappler, he's got a strong wrestling resume, and he's used that wrestling successfully. In his debut, he got a rear naked choke, and then he went, all 3 rounds in his first Fury fight. So it's exciting to see him back in this cage.
All right, Matt Crise is in. Let's meet his opponent.
Please welcome Jaden Nguyen to the red corner.
Jaden Nguyen coming off his debut win against Chris Jenkins with a triangle in round 2 at Fury Amateur Series 52 in April. And let me tell you, the hype around this kid is growing fast. As you called him, the new age Bruce Lee, the Dragon. He is not afraid of the comparisons, and his style reflects that.
Yeah, and he literally jumped on this fight opportunity. I remember they were looking for an opponent for Crise, and it came across my table. I was like, I got to give my guy a couple days to make the decision. And by the time they were like, oh man, Jaden jumped in, I was like, oh good, I want to see this kid fight. He is hungry to compete. He plays the role well, and like, he is a showman and a martial artist. You guys will see him. He's gonna throw jump kicks and side kicks. And it's funny, being such a decorated striker, he wins his debut with a submission. So I mean, the guy's very well rounded. He's got quite the personality. It's gonna be a fun one.
He had that side kick that got his opponent to the ground, that got the mounted triangle choke. And he just loves this sport. You see Angel Huerta there as well. He's kind of like, I was talking to Richard yesterday, Rich Burmaster, about his style, and he goes, man, Angel Huerta is the perfect coach for him because they have such similar styles.
Yeah, very elusive. I mean, he just did an awesome cartwheel front flip hybrid. I mean, let's see this man fight.
Our Taylor Tape brought to you by Live Oak Texas Vodka, the reach advantage and height advantage to the 20-year-old Jaden Nguyen. Let's get our introductions.
Ladies and gentlemen, the following contest, brought to you by Live Oak Texas Vodka, is scheduled for 3 rounds in the Fury Amateur Series Bantamweight Division. Introducing to you first, fighting out of the blue corner. This freestyle fighter stands 5 feet 6 inches tall, and he weighed in at 134.6 pounds. Fighting out of Spokane, Washington, his amateur record stands at 1 win, 1 loss. This is Matt Crise. And introducing his opponent across the cage, fighting out of the red corner. This mixed martial artist stands 5 feet 7 inches tall, and he weighed in officially at 135.8 pounds. Fighting out of Houston, Texas, he holds an amateur record of 1 win, no losses. Here is Jaden Nguyen. Your referee in charge of the action, JJ Ferraro.
All right, JJ Ferraro with the assignment here. Blue gloves for Crise, red for Nguyen, the Dragon. Immediately we see the kick, and you can see that Crise was ready for it.
Side kick. Oh man.
Crise
Crise used it as a moment to close the distance. I mean, Crise needs to finish his takedown because he paid a small price for it, and that was a shin to the dome piece. I mean, he got side kick before that, but I mean, this is exactly what Crise needs to do in this fight, is just stay on him like a wet blanket. Notice the dexterity with the kicking arsenal is coming into play here for Jaden. He's able to split his hips very wide and low.
Yeah, good base there.
I'll tell you, for the amount of time they had at range, which was what, 10 seconds, I mean, Jaden really made the most of it. Good balance there from Jaden.
Crise looking for some kind of attempt there, but nothing going. Good defense. And there's that kick package again. Ooh, man, these guys are loading up on those rights.
This kicking game is awesome, but I'll tell you, it's going to burn a lot of calories. It takes a lot of fuel. Oh man, big right hand. Oh, and another nice little check hook as he tried to cut a hard angle out. Crise is, big uppercut.
Oh, that's it.
He's out. Oh my good God, a counter uppercut. What is happening tonight? My God.
Welcome to Rosenberg, Texas. Woo, what a finish. That uppercut catches Matt Crise, and Jaden Nguyen moves his record to 2-0. Alex.
I cannot wait to go talk to this youngster. I gotta tell him to stop flipping so he can stay healthy and he'll fight again.
Here is the finish.
Watch the right hand of Jaden as he just loads these big, that was a right hook. Little jab, bang. Oh, it wasn't even really as he was shooting, but he was coming in, but he didn't really level change yet.
That just snuck in perfectly.
Oh, man.
Wow.
And then Crise, watch his back. His left hand was up. I mean, just a 4-ounce glove. He just found a way. Good stoppage by JJ. Wow.
What a finish, man. All right, Alex is going to go inside, talk to Jaden Nguyen. All right, you guys wanted finishes. You want some excitement. Welcome to Fury FC 91. This is a sign of things to come, and we are in for a fantastic night of fights. Jaden Nguyen he's just dancing, having fun, showcasing everything he has. Alex told him, hey, slow down, don't get hurt. All right, let's make this official.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee JJ Ferraro calls for a stop to the fight. 1 minute, 15 seconds into the very first round, declaring your winner by knockout, Jaden Nguyen.
All right, guys, I'm here again with Jaden Nguyen. In his debut, showed an awesome striking arsenal, got the side kick knockdown into a mounted triangle, so you win by submission. I know you were looking for the knockout. You were fighting a really good wrestler. He was trying to close the distance, and man, you hit a one-shot uppercut KO through a high guard. I mean, as impressive as it gets, how does your first official KO feel?
Feels good. I want to get some more, though.
I was going to ask, you know, you took no damage here. I was waiting to watch you fight again. Raheel and I both had this fight circled on our fight to watch because both of you guys are such prospects. When do you want to fight again?
Hopefully soon again. I'm not too sure yet. Take some time to think about it, but I want to go for the title bout next.
Man, I would love to see you fight for the title. Congratulations. You got everything it takes to be successful in the cage. Jaden Nguyen, everybody.
And if you're keeping score at home, make sure you have that name marked down, Jaden Nguyen. All right, let's go next fighter out. Keep things moving.
Please welcome to the blue corner, Kallee Cumbie.
All right, we will get our first female fight of the night. We have plenty scheduled for you. Kallee Cumbie, 2-1 record, first time here at Fury Amateur Series. Started her amateur career by going 2-0, coming off her first loss in October. Has very pressure-filled fight style, going back and watching some of her fights. Made one small mistake in that last fight, and her opponent took full advantage of it, but definitely that's what these amateur fights are for.
Yeah, and that happens all the time at the highest level of professionals. One really fun fact I love about our only female fight on the amateur prelims is of all of the fights, these ladies have the most fights combined. I mean, between the two of them, this is over 10 fights, so the most experienced fighters for our amateur prelims are the females today, and they're going to show it. Both girls, very tough, very physical, very technical.
The Phoenix, Kallee Cumbie is inside. Let's meet her opponent.
Please welcome Alex Lawal to the red corner.
Alex Lawal, War Training Center's own. Alex, every fighter believes in themselves, right? Like, you have to. Be going in, you have to have a lot of belief. So to say that she is one of those fighters that takes it to the next level, like her belief in herself is second to none, is saying a lot. And that's what defines Alex Lawal.
Yeah, you can always tell, honestly, after they lose. You look at their body language when they lose, and I know on her losses, she has been the most upset I've ever seen, and that's good. That's a good, healthy, personal, critique and level of competition. And I'll tell you, Alex is good. She's very well-rounded, but I'll tell you, she has power in her hands, and she'll throw down. This is now her 7th amateur fight. She's got something to prove, and she's fought some very high-level competition prior to this matchup.
Third time inside the Fury amateur cage for Alex Lawal. She has lost both fights on that 2-fight losing streak, but has been on a 3-fight win streak, so has experienced the highs of the highs, now the lows of the low, and trying to rebound from that. Has so much talent, is such a fun fighter, and we'll see her match up here against Kallee Cumbie. She believes it. She's like, I have a big career in this. So we might be watching something special here with both women. Our tailor tape brought to you by the Danuna Law Firm. The height advantage, reach advantage for the 25-year-old Alex Lawal. Both fighters did make weight for this flyweight amateur bout. Let's get our introductions.
Ladies and gentlemen, your next fight, brought to you by DanunaLawFirm.com, is scheduled for 3 rounds in the Fury Amateur Series Flyweight Division. Introducing to you first, fighting out of the blue corner. This mixed martial artist stands 5 feet tall, and she weighed in officially at 125.4 pounds. Fighting out of Wichita Falls, Texas, her amateur record stands at 2 wins, only 1 defeat. Here is Kallee Cumbie. And introducing her opponent across the cage, fighting out of the red corner. This freestyle fighter stands 5 feet 5 inches tall, and she weighed in at 125.8 pounds. Fighting out of Houston, Texas, she holds an amateur record of 3 wins, 3 losses. Here is Alex Lawal. Your referee in charge, Danielle Guevara.
Professor Daniel Guevara inside. Blue gloves there for Cumbie, red for Lawal.
Yeah, Cumbie, the southpaw fighter, Lawal orthodox stance.
Ooh, nice inside.
A lot of feints and reads here from Cumbie. Lawal switches her stance.
Quick kick there.
Yeah, Lawal did a good job matching the stance and finding those lead side strikes and then that big power low kick. Southpaws don't often have to deal with that because southpaws don't often fight other southpaws. Statistically, it's just the least likely matchup.
Cumbie started her mixed martial arts training with Muay Thai, is now a blue belt in Jiu-Jitsu.
There's a nice short little right hand there from Lawal. Cumbie ties up and gets Alex's back on the cage, but Alex pummeled to a body lock. Easily turns.
Oh,
big knee. Another good knee there from Lawal. Tries to go high with it. For those who don't know, man.
Got a really bad reaction there.
Yeah, the amateurs are not allowed to pull on the head to knee. They call it a reinforced knee. So you saw Lawal had an overhook and tried to just kind of like wing it over the top. It shows a good fight IQ. Nice. Now these clinch knees put the ball in the head to the body are not only very legal but very powerful. She's done a tremendous amount of damage early on. Oof.
Oh yeah. Oh, foot stomp.
Into the knee. That knee hurt her. That knee got, that second knee hurt her.
Oh, is this going to be the moment that Lawal can capitalize?
Man.
To the ground we go.
It was probably best case scenario for Cumbie. She was a couple of strikes away from getting finished. There was a high kick on the get up there. She's still looking to do damage herself. Oh, nice right hand.
And another knee.
This one's over. I mean, this fight's got to be over. She took a hard knee.
And are we going to get the finish? Alex Lawal gets the finish and moves her record to 4-3 with a huge display of knees. What a moment. And this is the Alex Lawal everyone is so excited to watch as a prospect. Just like that. 4 fights, 4 finishes. Alex Morono is going to go inside and talk to Alex Lawal. Wow. What a performance there for Alex Lawal. Take a look at our highlights. Let's take a look at the finish as well. And it was all about the knees. See those knees against the cage there, and that was the one that got the worst reaction. Cumbie caught that kick. To the ground we went. We stood back up, and then the finish, the big punches raining down there for Alex Lawal. Let's make things official.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Danielle Guevara calls for a stop to the fight. 2 minutes, 30 seconds into the very first round, declaring a winner by TKO, Alex Lawal.
Congratulations, Alex. That was awesome. You showed tremendous fight IQ. Granted, you're a very experienced amateur now. Congratulations on the big TKO win. You had switched to southpaw, landed the low kicks, but then when you got in the clinch, you started landing those knees to the body. When you had done some damage early on, did you know that would be the route to finish this fight?
Yeah, as soon as we clinched up, I felt she wasn't very strong. I have nasty knees in the clinch. Everyone knows that. Everyone that trains with me. So as soon as I started landing a couple, she started folding over. I heard Jeremy say it hurt her. And I just decided right there, that's what we're going to fight from now on, you know.
Yeah, you saw blood and went for the kill. You got an awesome TKO win. Congratulations, Alex Lawal.
Congratulations to Alex Lawal. She doesn't have a nickname yet. Maybe Nasty Knees is the one. Alex, if you're watching this on replay, I nominate Nasty Knees. All right, let's get our next fighter out. Here is Wayne Leggett.
Please welcome Mauricio Torres to the blue corner.
All right, Mauricio Torres. Coming off his debut loss to Gabriel Antonio at Fury Amateur Series 52 via split decision. Very good striking background. And as I mentioned throughout the broadcast, Strong Style MMA has 5 fighters competing tonight. This is number 2. Big day for Strong Style, as you also have 3. Then we have Main Street with 6, excuse me. So busy night here for a lot of awesome gyms. But for Torres, the tank man, the 20-year-old, I was talking to Rich's coach, he's like, the one thing that we want Torres to do is feel more comfortable in exchanges. Be okay with getting into firefights.
Yeah, their team is known for that. So one of my friends, who I'll be cornering later, is fighting one of their guys, and he's like, what do you know about them? I'm like, honestly, man, they're all just really scrappy. Naturally good grapplers, but like, they'll throw down. Technically, they'll brawl. I mean, it's a really fun group of youngsters. I was talking to Rich about his crop of young bloods. I'm like, what are these young go-hards coming? He's like, I don't know, but I love it, and they're really fun to watch.
Torres is inside. Let's meet his opponent.
Please welcome to the red corner, Jose Felipe.
Jose Felipe, training at Main Street Boxing and also at Paradigm. 1-1 record. Didn't miss weight for this fight. That has been an issue for this amateur, is getting that weight, but that's why we're doing this. Understand the weight cut. This fight was supposed to be at 125, got moved to a 130 catch weight fight. So these guys learning, understanding what it takes. But we do have ourselves a fight. 3rd time here at Fury Amateur Series. Won his debut, then lost his last fight via split decision to Jacob Saiz. Comes with a really good wrestling background. Was an All-American in high school out of Florida.
Oh, wow. And look, everyone, especially the amateurs walking, a huge weight cut is overrated. I make a pretty average weight cut, and maybe on the higher side. And honestly, my last fight performance was terrible because I miscalculated some of my rehydration and recovery action. Like, the least amount of weight you need to cut, the better. I'm going to come into my next fight much lighter and be a 35er. You got the size for it. He's got a strong wrestling acumen. You can see he's a big man. I think maybe moving up to bantamweight is the play.
Our channel today brought to you by OnlyFans for this 130 catchweight fight. The 30-year-old with a height advantage and short on the reach. Jose Felipe is inside. You see that 133 circled. But we do have ourselves a fight, as I mentioned. Let's get our introductions.
Ladies and gentlemen, the following contest, brought to you by OnlyFans, is scheduled for 3 rounds in the Fury Amateur Series Flyweight Division. Introducing your first competitor, fighting out of the blue corner. This mixed martial artist stands 5 feet 7 inches tall, and he weighed in at 130.4 pounds. fighting out of Rosenberg, Texas. Today, he looks for his first win as an amateur. Here is Mauricio Torres. And introducing his opponent across the cage, fighting out of the red corner. This freestyle fighter stands 5 feet 9 inches tall, and he weighed in at 133 pounds. Fighting out of Houston, Texas, by way of Camagüey, Cuba. His amateur record stands at 1 win, 1 loss. Here is Jose Felipe. Your referee in charge, JJ Ferraro.
Both of these guys so inexperienced in MMA. Torres, less than a year. Felipe, under 2 years, but has that huge wrestling background, Greco-Roman background.
Torres got to get the guard a little higher. His hands are low, and he's in zone. I mean, he's in striking range.
Torres blue gloves, Jose Felipe with the red.
I mean, I'm afraid he's open stance too. He's got to get that left hand up. He's gonna high kick. I'll tell you, props to Jose Felipe's parents and his genetics. He's 30-year-old. He looks like he'd be 18.
Yeah, definitely looking very good.
Right?
Yeah.
Hey, man, that'll pay off dividends when you're 40 and 50.
Unless there was a typo on our official sheets. He's 30.
I mean, and that happens. I gotta ask him after the fight.
Yeah.
Nice jab there from Felipe.
Originally from Cuba, now here in Houston.
Torres' guard has gone up a little bit, which is good. He got stung with a little bit of a jab there. Kind of realized he was in this fist fight. There's many things I love about Fear, but I'll tell you, these gloves are awesome. I love the color.
It's so clear. It's blue and it's red. I don't like the, look, there's a lot of promotions out there. Some of them just do the tape, blue, red. I need to see both. I need the color there. Just makes it a better visual experience.
Yeah, and as somebody who's fought a lot, I've used a lot of different gloves, and I like these Fury gloves, man. They're comfortable. They do a good job protecting the hand, but they're not too big and cumbersome. Nice timing on that double leg. Huge lift.
Man, there it is, that wrestling background.
Just takes him to his own corner. Slams him flat on his back.
That was effortless.
Man, yeah. The timing was impeccable on the entry. Picked him up and dumped him. He's got a potential head and arm choke here. I mean, this is deep. Reaction from Torres. Torres needs to get that left elbow to the mat. I mean, Torres needs to get his left elbow on the ground to prevent Felipe from potentially stepping over and finishing. He's got him in this knee shield guard now.
Right leg can work over.
I'll tell you, man, Torres needs to get that left bicep on the mouth of Felipe. He's got to get that arm to the outside of his head. I mean, even if he doesn't get a head arm choke, he could give up a route to his back. Get far side armbar, he get Kimura. I mean,
ooh, big punch there.
There's the back tip. This is fully sunk rear naked choke. We're gonna see a tap here.
We might get our first tap of the night. Is this gonna be enough of a squeeze? The hand plays, preventing it for now, but Felipe is sinking it in.
Man, 10
5
seconds.
Oh, is this gonna be enough? Can he hold on? It looked like that was gonna be a tap, and that is it. With about a second left, Jose Felipe gets the tap of Mauricio Torres.
Yeah,
1 second.
Man, he did. So he put his hand up like he wanted to tap, but he didn't. It looked like he consciously made the choice to gut it out. And I think he realizes he was in a full sub. That's what, man, props for Torres. I'd be going absolutely ballistic right now. But for the record, I don't think he tapped. This is an amateur fight, and then JJ's talking with his coach, and they're cool, man. This is such a great community.
All right, let's take a look at it, because was there any motion, or did JJ just say that's enough?
So
take a look. Look at he's holding. Oh.
So, I mean, he didn't tap. He grabbed his arm. That was a wild one. I mean, that was a wire razor decision to make right there.
All right, let's get Wayne, excuse me. Sorry, we were talking about, okay, let's get Wayne to make things official.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee JJ Ferraro calls for a stop to the fight. 2 minutes, 59 seconds into the very first round, declaring our winner by tap out due to a rear naked choke, Jose Felipe.
Congratulations to Jose Felipe. We continue our streak of finishes. 5 fights, 5 finishes here in Rosenberg, Texas, and we keep things moving. Still have 4 more amateur fights. Let's meet our next fighter in just a second. Here's Wayne.
Please welcome Damien Nunez to the blue corner.
Damien Nunez, the 19-year-old training at Strong Style MMA. Dazzlin Nunez, coming off the finish of Edward Caldera at Fury Amateur Series 52 in April with a round 1 KO.
Yeah, his debut was wild, man. I like this kid Nunez. If I'm not mistaken, this fight may have been 135, and then I think it may have dropped down. Doesn't matter. He was having so much fun. They just started brawling. He got cut. He didn't even know it. Lands a right hand, knocks him down, gets the TKO. I mean, this is like the pinnacle of young, go hard, fights hard, just because he enjoys the fight.
And you mentioned young. He was actually just walking for his high school graduation last week. How about that?
That's awesome.
He is inside. Let's meet his opponent.
Please welcome to the red corner, Abdul Wali Kushnood.
Abdul Wali Kushnood from Farah, Afghanistan. Now living here in Houston, live wire, the 23-year-old making his debut. So excited to see what he has. Trained here at Elite MMA. This is going to be a fun one, to say the least. 2 guys that are really high energy. This is Eminem.
Oh my! All right, let's see.
Okay.
I love science. I have a hypothesis.
Yeah. Lay it out.
It's not my hypothesis. This is common MMA rhetoric here. Walking out to Eminem, a fantastic artist. Yeah. Is a cursed walkout choice. It really is. The loss rate on Eminem walkout talks is between 60 and 70%.
What?
I'm telling you. And like, it's almost not supposed to be talked about. I hope I'm not breaking MMA code here. But we'll see. I mean, I love to prove weird old wives' tales wrong, but
man,
it's one of those things.
I always knew the number was high. I didn't know it was like close to 60, 70. Yeah, this one is Till I Collapse. Cinderella Man is another one that's always played by Eminem. Our Tale of the Tape brought to you by Howler Head Whiskey. The slight height advantage, but the big reach advantage there for the 19-year-old Damien Nunez. Both fighters are inside. Let's get our introductions.
Ladies and gentlemen, your next fight, brought to you by Howler Head Whiskey, is scheduled for 3 rounds in the Fury Amateur Series Flyweight Division. Introducing to you first, fighting out of the blue corner. This mixed martial artist stands 5 feet 10 inches tall, and he weighed in officially at 126.2 pounds. Fighting out of Rosenberg, Texas, he holds an amateur record of 1 win, no losses. Here is Damien Nunez. And introducing his opponent, fighting out of the red corner. This freestyle fighter stands 5 feet 9 inches tall, and he weighed in at 125.6 pounds. Fighting out of Houston, Texas, by way of Farah, Afghanistan. Today, he makes his amateur debut. Here is Abdul Wali Kushnood. Your referee in charge, Danielle Guevara.
All right, Nunez with the blue gloves, Kushnood with the red gloves.
I've also looked at other stats, like smiling at weigh-ins, short colors. Now, granted, I don't think any of it matters, because for every theory there was a, oh, nice right hand there. But there was like an point, like Jose Aldo never looks at his opponents.
Yeah.
He's a killer. He said, oh, nice right hand. These guys, these guys are going down early. But I'll tell you, this is kind of what his debut looked like.
He definitely has that fun striking style. Another fighter from Strong Style, excuse me, what Rich was saying, the best way to describe his striking style is odd.
Yeah. I mean, he seems to thrive in firefights. I'll tell you, Abdul sits down on his strikes like a heavier weight classed fighter. He really plants his feet and rotates his hips hard.
1 minute gone in round one. Oh, man, a little clip there from Nunez.
Yeah, Nunez with a sharp counter right hand. Abdul kind of bombed in for a 1-2. Nunez like rolled out, threw a right hand, and exited out again to the lead side. Very sharp defensive offense, really. I mean, it was a great counterattack. Does take a winger right to the cup. He's back in and ready to rock.
Cup did its job.
Dazzling Damien Nunez, that's right.
Oh, man, and follows up with a big right, but now on the counter is Kushnood. Definitely connected, but didn't stun Abdul at all.
No, it didn't. Abdul just seems like a dense guy. He's a pretty big flyweight.
Feel that out, though.
He has some similar builds. Oh man, another good high kick.
Abdul, Wali, Kushnood 5'9", Nunez 5'10".
Either guy really seems interested in wrestling or going to the ground, which is always fun. The right hand is just loaded. He's being a little more conservative in his second fight. It's good. He's not forcing the boxing.
Crowd urging on Nunez. Strong Style MMA. Representing a lot of people here watching their fighters.
It's a nice spinning back kick there from Abdul.
Also, the fans spoiled here inside the epicenter. Everyone's like, wait, hold on. We didn't get a finish in round one? What is happening here? We still have 10 seconds, so you never know.
Yeah, this
last fight came down to the final second.
Midnight of fights has been wild. Spinning hook kick there.
Oh, man.
Oh, a tornado kick. Don't celebrate too early. What a fun fight.
Do they know it's a, looks like the timing, it's a 3-minute round, and we've definitely gone past 3 minutes. There it is.
Okay, yeah, we didn't keep the 10-second. You know what? There was the small foul.
The foul. That's right.
I think the timing was off between our clock and the actual.
I forgot about the foul, so that's on me.
That's okay. The moment you said it, I was actually watching the scorekeeper. I saw her counting down. So I knew the horn was going to come at the right time.
I didn't hear the 10-second clap either. I was like, man. There was a nice exchange here. The crowd was loud.
It was a fun round. I'll tell you, I think Nunez maybe landed the cleaner strikes, but Abdul absorbed them incredibly well.
Look at some round one highlights. Kick package on display.
Tornado kick. Woo! And it was thrown and landed well. These are hard in a cage. Some people I practice I've never ever thrown in a fight. It's hard. It's tough. You gotta be very comfortable to do that.
Abdul's corner, urging him to throw some more kicks. See what adjustments are made for round two.
Little apprehension on the glove touch. In agreement. Hard low kick again. I'll tell you, Abdul started round one with a really hard low kick. I'd like to see him continue to use that strategy. Low kicks aren't something you just hit once and kind of forget about. You're either going to low kick them a lot and limit mobility or not. it's hard to use them sparingly. He's got a good hard low kick. There's another one. Those will start to add up.
Now for Nunez, doesn't let the hands go too much to start round 2. Doesn't see a lot more output from him.
See, that's
oh man.
These guys are throwing down Max Holloway style.
Somebody's gonna get clipped in there. That was wild.
Oh, good right hand there from Abdul. Man, instant hips there from nice Nunez. Little wizard kick. Looking for a Darce choke. He's a little too high. He lost his mouthpiece in the process. And notice the timing on the sprawl there from Nunez. Abdul shot really at a good time. And Nunez reacted so well. And then Abdul kind of reloads the shot. Nunez, realizing his hips were compromised, uses that little wizard kick that Uchimata uses to scramble.
Nunez talking now a little bit.
Oh,
man. Just locking in a little bit more.
He checked that kick and he pointed at him. He's like, not that one. I like how Abdul is just all business and Nunez is having the time of his life. And both are successful. Notice Nunez is now fighting from the southpaw stance. I'll bet you with low kicks resulted in this stance switch. Oh, that was a good one. Open side power kick. I mean, that was right on the cup.
Oh,
that was about as bad as a low blow gets. Thankfully, it was a little high, but I mean, we heard the knock. Heard the knock on the cup. I know the corner of Abdul's protesting, but if they got the angle, they'd see that was a genuine accidental foul, but that was a pretty bad foul.
I mean, you never want to get kicked there, but that flush connect the cup is doing its job. That's good, and there it is. I mean, toes to the groin, and we are back in action.
I mean, when it sounds like two bowling ball pins hitting each other, that's a cup.
Oh, man. Man, props to Abdul Wali Kushnu. First fight ever. Looking so comfortable.
Yeah, he really is.
Just shows you the talent of fight. The talent of fighters seems to be around the Houston area.
And then you look at this arena and this production value. I mean, and I think these amateurs and the pros, I think they do know what they have, but it's just always good to maybe take a step back and be grateful. Fighting in rodeo arenas. Your warm-up room is nice high kick. A dirt stall. I mean, this really is as good as it gets.
Yeah, they have beautiful locker rooms. 10 seconds left in round 2. You see the ribbon banner, like you would say. Oh man, a big connect there for Kushnu.
Yeah, Abdul with a nice spin back and kind of knocked Damien on balance, but I mean that scored it. That was a pretty close round, honestly. That's back. They have scored more than any other striker could have.
I was just saying, as we get our highlights pulled up here in just a second. Oh, no highlights, so it gives us a moment to talk. But here at the Epicenter, this feels like a UFC style event in that you've got the ribbon banners, you've got the big screens. You've got a lot of seating here. You've got a lot of the fans early hyped up for the prelims. The walkout even feels big time. This is incredible.
Yeah, this venue seats 8,000. Yeah. And that is on par with the smaller UFC venues. I was at a venue last night, 18,000. Wow. But man, yeah, Fury really does it the best for these amateurs, these pros. And I think the guys do know that. Even my debut fighter, he was walking, he was like, whoa, coach. I was like, exactly. This is as big as it's going to get for a while. Yeah. It really is. So props to Garcia Promotions for always putting on the best shows in town.
Tough night last night for Ricky Tercios. Great night for Zachary.
Yeah.
The Savage Reese making that big win, that comeback win. He was so excited to showcase everything he learned. Oh, and another kick. And he's good. Nunez is fine.
These are low kicks, though. Yeah. I mean, if you're going to fight a fighter at the open stance, you can't kick him in the cup. I mean, and I know, Abdul's by no means meaning to, but that's several fouls. Yeah. They should take a point on the next one. They're taking it now. Oh, wow. To be fair, that's the third time. And that's actually interesting now, because I think Damien maybe won round 1. I think Abdul maybe won round 2. Which would make it even. So if Abdul wins round 3, I think we're going to draw. I mean, if you're getting a point taken away from round 3 on a close fight, you got to go for broke.
Yep. All right, good to go.
Good communication from Professor Danielle. I like the guy's apprehension. That's good. Let this be a lesson. Don't assume they're just going to touch gloves.
Yeah, Abdul, Wali, and Krishna going for broke here in that last exchange. He knows.
He needs to, if he's got the gas, what, 2.5 minutes left? He's going to put his foot on the gas. If he wins the round, we're unofficially looking at a draw. Yeah, he could have taken 1 or 2, I don't know. It's a close fight. I don't think so personally.
These guys are throwing. I think everyone's on the edge of their seats. Like, this is not a boring fight. No, it's, you know, there's just like a hum in the air of like, okay, who's gonna connect here? Because we've already had so many finishes, but also the way these guys are fighting, a big overhand right there just misses for Kushnud.
Yeah, I could watch a fight like this all day long. The diversity of the strikes. Honestly, the fun, fanfare from Nunez. The serious demeanor of Abdul. It's funny, the contrast just of their personalities is quite, you know, there's a big gap, but their style similarities are actually pretty spot on. They're both long, they use the range well, throw in volume, they both kick very well. Abdul a little cleaner.
Back to that first round where he was sitting down, throwing a little bit more power with those rights, and there's another big right. Man, his counterpunching is really good for a debut guy.
Absolutely. It's Damien, the way he keeps his cool in these firefights, that slide right out, nice high kick, good uppercut. And he rolls with the punches really well. Every time Damien gets hit, he's moving his head in the same trajectory as the punch.
That was exactly what the strong style coaching staff was telling me yesterday. He's like, we want him to feel comfortable in firefights because he brings so many firefights. Like, you got to feel good in them.
His pressure of Damien is good. And Abdul, he started this round really strong.
Just under 30 seconds left in this fight. So it's going to be a moment for either fighter where they can find this finish. One more big exchange left in us. You know it's going to happen as soon as you hear the clap. And let's see.
Yeah. I think Abdul fought the pace a bit. Slowing down a little bit. Big takedown, man.
Okay.
In a close round, when the striking is even, you know, those takedowns do score.
A lot of respect there for both fighters.
It's a great fight. So far, I think fight of the night for these Ammies. That was so much fun.
Nunez looks like he's like twisting his ankle getting up there on his right foot. He's a little ginger.
I mean, they were smacking kicks. He threw tornado kicks. I mean, I'll bet his feet are going to be. For those who don't know, if you land a kick on a knee or an elbow or a hip or a head, your foot's going to be sore. I mean, he's definitely feeling it now.
That's fine. Like, he was fine up until they were hugging at the end there. We'll see the replay. But yeah, maybe it's just the adrenaline now wearing off and he feels it, didn't want to show it in the fight.
Yeah, that'll happen all the time.
Big takedown there.
It's a great fight.
And for the first time tonight, the judges get some work.
Yeah.
We've had 6 fights, 5 finishes. Still have 3 more amateur fights left for you. And then 4 professional prelim bouts. Then we head to UFC Fight Pass for Paris Moran defending his belt against Freddie Rodriguez. Fury FC 91, 4:30 p.m. start on UFC Fight Pass. Here from the Epicenter in Fort Bend. Wayne Leggett is making his way inside. Let's see how the judges scored it.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 3 rounds of combat, we go to the judges' scorecards for your decision. Brought to you by Fighters, Inc. Judge Eva Beltran scores the fight 29-27, Nunez. Judge Ramsey Ishak scores the fight 29-27. Nunez and Judge Michelle Morales scores the fight 28-28. A draw, declaring your winner by majority decision, Damien Nunez.
Congratulations to Damien Nunez, 2-0.
Yeah, huge performance. What a fun fight.
That last takedown, definitely something that had an impact on this fight.
Absolutely.
Let's keep things moving here and get our next fighter out.
Please welcome to the blue corner, Mehul Somaroutu.
Mehul Somaroutu, another strong style MMA fighter, 3 in a row. Here from Coach Sam, Coach Sijin, Del Fuego, Victor Gonzalez, who you've seen fight here at Fury FC. And Mehul is a very interesting story. So this young man walked into strong style MMA with 5 other buddies in high school. And they're like, let's try this out. He actually played tennis in high school, has no fighting background, fell in love with the sport, attended UT as a freshman, the University of Texas, trained at Fight Factory with Cody Steele and company, and loves this so much that he's now moving back to Houston. He's going to attend the University of Houston, train at Strong Style MMA, because he feels like he has that it thing, that factor. He wants to make a run at this. Is 1-1 right now. He is inside. We'll learn a little bit more about him throughout the fight. Let's meet his opponent.
Please welcome to the red corner, Alan Gonzalez.
Alan Gonzalez. You're wondering, like, hey, where did Alex go? Well, Alex is going to be in the corner for Alan Gonzalez. Alan Gonzalez, 1-0, coming off his debut win against Irving Anchando at Fury Amateur Series 52 with a first-round finish via armbar back in April. Super young fighter, 17 years old. Very talented fighter who has a really good pace, takes his time. This matchup, you've got 2 really skilled guys who are just ready to take their careers to the next level. What a way to match up and learn from each other in this amateur fight. Final checks are complete. Until the tape brought to you by Sheath Underwear. As I mentioned, look at that age, 18 and 17. Slight height advantage, big reach advantage from Mehul Somaroutu. Both guys are inside. Let's get our introductions.
Ladies and gentlemen, the following contest, brought to you by SheathUnderwear.com, is scheduled for 3 rounds in the Fury Amateur Series Flyweight Division. Introducing to you first, fighting out of the blue corner. This mixed martial artist stands 5 feet 8 inches tall, and he weighed in at a perfect 125 pounds. Fighting out of Houston, Texas, he holds an amateur record of 1 win, 1 loss. Here is Mehul Somaroutu. And introducing his opponent across the cage, fighting out of the red corner. This freestyle fighter stands 5 feet 7 inches tall, and he weighed in at 127 pounds. Fighting out of Valle de Santiago, Guanajuato, he holds an amateur record of 1 win, no losses. Here is Alan Gonzalez. Your referee in charge, JJ Ferraro.
All right, JJ Ferraro with the assignment, blue gloves for the Mongoose. Mehul Somaroutu. Alan Gonzalez in the red. die-hard Fury fans, you might remember Sijin Kurian. Mehul does train with Coach Sijin. We just call him Upgraded Sijin. World of trouble here. Alan has the back and looking to complete this takedown. Trying to slip that hand in. Good base there. Ooh, big knee. Knee there for Alan Gonzalez. To complete this takedown, going to single. Good balance there from the former tennis player, Mehul. Somaroutu with a big right, just missing, going for broke there in that exchange. Oh, jumping knee! Wow, what a connect. How is Alan still standing? Blood coming out around the right orbital. And now with a big right, Alan Gonzalez. What an exchange. Wow. That knee for Mehul connected flush. How Alan is standing up is just a true testament to his heart. Alan Gonzalez, hands connected, jumping in, taking the back, going backpack mode, trying to get that choke in. Man, 18 years old, 17 years old, to be young again. I'm just sore watching these guys. Under 1 minute left in round one. Fight Clock brought to you by OnlyFans. See that blood dripping down from the right eye of Alan Gonzalez. So I'm going to assume it is. That was the only blood I saw before. That knee connected perfectly. The jumping knee. We'll get a look at that in the highlights. Now Mehul with under 30 seconds left, trying to tee off some punches. Seeing if he can get a finish. Man, big rights raining down. And now he takes the back. We're in a scramble still. And now Alan on top. This is how this fight's going to go. 10 seconds left. Man, what an entertaining first round. Wow. I can't wait to see that highlight. That jumping knee was outstanding in the heart of Alan Gonzalez. To keep standing, and not only that, returned with a big flurry of his own. Let's take a look at our round one highlights. Start off with that exchange. A big right just misses. Alan actually caught Mehul there. And then here is that setup for that knee. Bang! Right over the right orbital. And straight into survival mode went Alan Gonzalez. And then he came back with a big right of his own. What an entertaining first round. Mehul having a lot of fun in there. Talking to the crowd. The supporters are out here. Mehul, if you're watching this back, Richard told me to say this. Your nickname should be Mowgli from the Jungle Book, which is could be the best nickname ever. We're going to take a look at the eye of Alan Gonzalez. Doctor's going to go inside. It's the right eye that connected flush around that orbital. You see that cut right underneath the eyebrow. It is deep. You know, the blood has stopped now. That is in that area where you don't want to get the blood in the eye. See if take a look at that knee again. Doctor said it's good to go, so we will get it. But here's that replay, that perfect connect. Man. Round two. Rough touch. It's going to be a fun round 2. Round 1 was any indication of what's to come. We'll see what adjustments were made. And immediately a beautiful shot and takedown there from Alan Gonzalez. Timed it perfectly. Working that dexterity. Oh man, had it there for a second, and now unloading punches in the guard of Alan Gonzalez. Big rights coming down, a lot of power there. Just kind of overshot. Get that triangle working, transitioning out, and now puts himself in a lot of danger, does Mehul. Kind of got caught in that transition. Gives up his back. Oh no, left hook in. Left arm working, hand play now between both fighters. Body lock is in for Alan Gonzalez. And Mehul turns perfectly, breaks it, gets out, but is that arm trapped in there? Doesn't look like it. Oh, is this going to be it? Oh, arm bar attempt there for Alan Gonzalez. Into that triangle. Man, this is deep. Mehul taking his time, trying to stack. Has to stay calm. Needs to transition to the side. And there's a tap. That is too much. It was that one mistake in the scramble that left it open. A huge win here for Alan Gonzalez. Man, what a fight. Both of these fighters have so much potential. An absolute battle. And there's another finish here at the epicenter. Let's take a look at this finish for Alan Gonzalez. Had that triangle locked in. Mehul couldn't get it loosened up, couldn't move to the side. And there it is, snapping in. There's only so much a man can take. Unbelievable fight. Man, we had that huge lead. And then Alan Gonzalez staying calm. Let's make things official. Here is Wayne Leggett.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee JJ Ferraro calls for a stop to the fight. 1 minute, 54 seconds into round number 2. Declaring a winner by tap out due to a triangle choke, Alan Gonzalez.
Huge win for Alan Gonzalez. Alex Morono is inside, standing by.
All right, congratulations to Alan. Alan, that puts you at 2-0, 2 submissions. Your opponent, Mehul, is one of Fury's most favorite fighters. You guys always put on such a show. Got to keep this one short and sweet. You did excellent. Just everyone knows I was going to stop that fight after the second round. He's got a nasty cut right on his eyelid. Alan, you made it happen. You had only 1 round left to do it. How are you feeling right now?
Amazing. Shit, I'm so tired. I feel good. Thanks to my coach. Thanks to you for letting me train with you. I want to thank my family over there in the stands. I fucking love y'all. Things wouldn't be happening without y'all. Thank you. Thank you a lot.
Enjoy the victory. It was very well earned. Alan Gonzalez.
Viva Valle, cabrones.
All right, congratulations to Alan Gonzalez. We keep it moving. Let's meet our next fighter.
Please welcome to the blue corner, Stanley Okazaki.
Stanley Okazaki making his amateur debut. Training at Texas Third Coast, also the Forge Martial Arts. So much fun to get another debut guy out here, and if it's any indication of what we've seen so far, these debuters are not looking like debut amateur fighters. They look like guys who've had 3 or 4 amateur fights. It's been so much fun to watch these debuters. And I was just telling the audience, Alex is back on the headset. These guys are looking like they've had 3 or 4 amateur fights. Some look like they should be already on that pro scene, man. Like, they are so poised for amateurs.
Man, I had a couple new commentary partners last week, and they said the same thing. And we've been saying that for years. I'll tell you, the level of talent in Fury as a whole, but especially as their amateurs, and especially as they're debuting amateurs, really is something special. I mean, you know, usually it takes guys a fight or two to kind of get their bearings straight, but I'll tell you, both of those guys look strong. I remember Mehul, he just fought his debut, and he has just become such a fighter since. We have a new face here to not only MMA, but to Fury and Stanley. Okazaki, coming from California, made quite the quest, shows the reach of competition they have here for the Fury Amateur Series.
We've had fighters from California, Spokane, Washington. Adam Smith is going to be taking on Jake Heffernan, your guy, a little bit later, but they're not even the furthest guys. We have a Hawaiian on the card. We'll talk about that. Let's meet our next fighter.
Please welcome Nick Stoute to the red corner.
Nick Stoute, 1-0, second time here at Fury Amateur Series. Last fight got a debut win with a finish of Preston Collins at Fury Amateur Series 41 with a round 1 KO. Training at Main Street Boxing and Muay Thai. Shout out to Crew Bob and the entire team there. 25-year-old Nick Stoute looking to continue his winning ways with his second amateur fight. Getting the final touches there put on. Alex, I want to go back to that cut. Man, that was a brutal knee. How about that heart and determination from Alan to continue, man? That was nuts.
Thankfully, I don't think he knows how bad it was. And the cut man told me, and I told him I was going to stop it after round 2 if it got any worse.
Our Tail of the Tape brought to you by OnlyFans. Slight height advantage, big reach advantage for Nick Stoute, the 25-year-old. Both fighters did make weight for this bantamweight amateur bout. Let's get our introductions.
Ladies and gentlemen, your next fight, brought to you by OnlyFans, is scheduled for 3 rounds in the Fury Amateur Series Bantamweight Division. Introducing to you first, fighting out of the blue corner. This mixed martial artist stands 5 feet 7 inches tall, and he weighed in officially at 133.8 pounds. Fighting out of Pagosa Springs, Colorado, by way of Gardena, California. Today, he makes his amateur debut. This is Stanley Okazaki. And introducing his opponent across the cage, fighting out of the red corner. This freestyle fighter stands 5 feet 8 inches tall, and he weighed in at 135.8 pounds. Fighting out of Houston, Texas, his amateur record stands at 1 win, no losses. Here is Nick Stoute. Your referee in charge, Danielle Guevara.
Professor Daniel Guevara with the assignment here, and Okazaki with the blue gloves and coming out furious here. Stoute with the red. Oh man, good striking there so far.
Yeah, these guys are not. Oh my! Oh man, he's out on his feet.
Oh my God!
Oh wow! Oh my good God! Oh man, oh my goodness. That's what happens when you start so fast. My God.
Stanley Okazaki, welcome to Fury Amateur Series.
Wow. I've seen it online, and I've never seen it in person. Somebody out stiff standing up. The cage was keeping him up. Oh my good God. This is just one of those nights. This is just one of those nights, man.
Man, what a finish. All right, let's take a look at the whole fight. Man, Stanley Okazaki.
Those ones are scary. I mean, just throwing hard. Big jabs, nice little jab, cross. I mean, he's not like over swinging. He's just throwing super hard, good right hand, right on the chin. So he's already, oh my.
Mouthpiece out.
And then, but watch.
8.
Oh man,
Oh,
thankfully
man.
only one of those landed. Wow.
Knocked the mouthpiece out of Nick Stoute. Man, that was wild. Doctors are looking at Stoute. He is trying to make his way up to the stool. All right, let's make things official. Wayne is standing by.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Danielle Guevara calls for a stop to the fight 14 seconds into the very first round, declaring a winner by knockout, Stanley Okazaki.
All right, guys, I'm here with Stanley Okazaki. Stanley, we didn't really know who you were. You're new to this promotion. You're a new face. You guys started that fight so fast and furious. I've never seen someone on the cage like that. I mean, just tell us, what are you thinking? You're so poised. You're so calm. You got one of the craziest knockouts we've ever seen in Fury. I mean, just give us your thoughts on, what's going through your head right now.
Honestly, I've been getting closer and closer to my faith. I just felt like God was with me in this fight. I felt like there's no way I could have lost. And that was the reason I won. All my friends and family in Pagosa, we're a small town. We only have one martial art gym. And the whole community got together, supported me. Men in their 60s were in my fight camp. So credit goes to all my friends, family, and support back in Pagosa, and to my Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ.
Man, much respect to the mindset and the faith and the discipline. We cannot wait to see you fight again. For the 1 minute you were in here, I'll tell you, you put on a show. Stanley Okazaki.
Congratulations. Let's take a look at the finish one more time. Here it is, that flurry, big connect on the right, and then just unloaded, big connects back to back. Stoute just standing and taking that beating, the cage and holding him up. What a finish there. Man, go and enjoy that Mediterranean buffet. That's what he told us. He wants to enjoy that afterwards. Huge win there for Stanley Okazaki. Let's meet our next fighter.
Please welcome Marc Alvarez to the blue corner.
Man, I didn't even get a chance to mention, for Stanley, he works as a deputy for the Archuleta County. They do wildland fire suppression, search, and rescue. That's crazy.
Whoa. That guy's like an enigma.
Yeah.
Stanley, the enigma, Okazaki. I don't know. He's like he came in here out of nowhere. We don't know who he is. And he just got a crazy knockout. It was one of those knockouts like we didn't really cheer. I mean, it was so brutal.
Yeah.
I mean, MMA is such an awesome sport because of the roller coaster of just emotion and damage and action. And this is our final amateur fight. Everyone prior to this match has set the bar so high. Rarely do we kind of like lose our focus, but man, this is a wild night of fight so far.
I'm telling you, we've had so many highlights. Like, I'm going back, I take notes of every finish, and I've already forgotten so many because it's been 9 amateur fights. 1 has gone the distance. We've seen finishes. Our next fighter's in. Let's get our next fighter out,
Please welcome to the red corner, Ivan Murillo.
All right, Marc Alvarez making his debut. Ivan Murillo making his debut as well. Wrestled in high school, undefeated in no-gi competitions. Coming out of 2 predominantly striking gyms is Ivan Murillo, Texas Striking Academy, Premier Martial Arts. So has a good background, is ready to make this amateur debut.
Yeah, we have some lightweights, which ironically is the heaviest weights of all of our amateurs. We had mostly flyweights and bantamweights, a couple of featherweights, and now our lightweight. And the story stays the same for our professional prelims coming up, all bantamweights and flyweights. And man, it's funny, we actually haven't been able to talk about the fighters much on the walkout because the previous fight was always so maddening. I mean,
Man,
Wild.
I don't know. We didn't see this. Well, the audience didn't see this because we had our tail to tape up. But Stanley Okazaki the entire time was pointed toward the broadcast table, just meditating. It was absolutely wild. He is the Enigma. That is the greatest nickname for him.
I think it may be, yeah.
Our tail to tape brought to you by the Danuna Law Firm. Height advantage for Alvarez, reach advantage for Murillo, the 22-year-old the 22-year-old Marc Alvarez, ready to make his debut along Ivan Murillo. Let's get our introductions.
Ladies and gentlemen, the following contest brought to you by DanunaLawFirm.com is scheduled for 3 rounds in the Fury Amateur Series at a catch weight of 165 pounds. Introducing to you first, fighting out of the blue corner. This mixed martial artist stands 5 feet 8 inches tall, and he weighed in at 166 pounds. Fighting out of Rosenberg, Texas. Today, he makes his amateur debut. Here is Marc Alvarez. And introducing his opponent across the cage, fighting out of the red corner. This freestyle fighter stands 5 feet 7 inches tall, and he weighed in officially at 164.4 pounds. Fighting out of Houston, Texas, today he too makes his amateur debut. Here is Ivan Murillo. Your referee in charge of the action, JJ Ferraro.
All right, let's get things going. Our final amateur fight for this prelims broadcast. Still have 4 pro fights coming your way after this. Blue gloves for Alvarez, red for Murillo.
Yeah, both guys using a pretty strong kick push early on. Strong body lock. Here from Murillo.
And he closed that grip fast. He's got some sneaky strength. He wanted that lock right away.
Yeah, those guys kind of collided in with each other. He found himself in that body lock.
Nice kick there.
He's inadvertently bumped heads a couple of times now.
Oh, man. Oh, man. The uppercut is in fashion right now.
They're throwing nothing but power punches. Both of them. They've never really thrown any jabs, so I don't think they have the range down yet. I think that's why things are landing so either far or close. Oh, man. Oh. These guys are just trading in the middle of this cage. Murillo sticks his tongue out at him. He's having fun in there.
Alvarez is looking for that finish.
I don't know how sustainable this pace is for these guys.
120 left in round 1.
Oh, man. Oh, my good God. Wow. Was Murillo still standing? To be young again, Raheel. Oh, nice little head and arm throw. Man, props to Murillo. He ate those punches on the chin, like 3 of them, and now he's into a double leg.
3 flush connects, and he was just fine. No big deal.
On the chin while moving backwards. With his chin up, that was wild. And what's funny is Alvarez is the one who's bleeding out of his nose.
Yeah. Man, what a round. What a start.
There's a little cut on his left eye. Ooh.
Oh, man, Alvarez again. Alvarez is a heavy thrower, man. 20 seconds left. Oh, man, he was just waiting for that opening, was Alvarez. Murillo with a good connector with the kick, though. 10 seconds left.
Nice body kick and jab. Finishing strong with Murillo. Woo. Crazy round. crazy round. I mean, I think you got to give that one to Alvarez just from that one exchange. And that was wild.
Let's take a look at our highlights for round one.
I mean, this was a bomb. These guys were just throwing down. Ooh. Yeah, that one, you saw his eyes cross a little bit. He's right back. I mean, here's, again, you see his eyes.
1, 2, 3. How did he not fall down?
Man.
He didn't even stumble.
No. Wow. I mean, when people talk about having a good chin, that's what they mean. Not everyone can do that. We've seen so many fights tonight where guys could not do that. Very few people can absorb strikes like that.
That was incredible, man.
Wild.
And if you are Alvarez and you're like, hey, I just connected 3 perfect punches. The guy didn't even stumble. Like, what does that do to your psyche?
You just got to not load up. I mean, you say that. You need to train him harder, but then you just got to go for volume.
A little swelling there, left eye of Murillo.
Oh, it's like he pulled a stone out of his pocket and tried to throw it across a lake.
Oh, man, what? It connected again. Oh, man.
Dude, you see Alvarez, he's like hitting his fist. He's like, man, what do I got to do?
He is literally connecting with every big punch, and Murillo's just moving forward. No big deal.
Hard firing back. Man, this was a pretty tough reaction there on that body lock. He may have just assumed the takedown and never was going to happen, so trying to mitigate damage maybe.
Murillo trying to get the advantage, trying to get that back. It's definitely gotta be exhausting. Like, man, I just landed perfect punches. And you're right, like he just almost said, all right, I'm just giving this one up. And now it's a deal with Murillo on the ground. Does Alvarez?
Murillo looking for a wrist strike. He's really riding on that wrestling style. Notice this is more of a wrestling style of control than jiu-jitsu style. Notice he's got that little leg trap. Now he advances in the mount. We'll see if he takes the head and arm choke that was kind of gifted to him. And yeah, he's got his palm to palm. The head and arm choke. He's gonna get his left elbow to the mat.
Is this going to be enough? Can Murillo get the tap?
I think so.
This is going to be it.
The reaction here from Alvarez is not good. He's not trying to escape.
Oh,
wow.
man.
Oh, man.
How did he do that?
He earned it. He earned that victory.
What a win.
He had to withstand a hurricane of strikes.
Ivan Murillo, you just made 2 new fans on this broadcast crew. Just took a beating and got the tap of Marc Alvarez in a debut win.
That was a fun fight. I was like, all right, we got to get to the pros. These Amis, they're taking too much out of us. We're losing our focus for here. These guys are making it too much fun. It's hard to be a professional when these guys are just barn burner after barn burner.
That was by far the best amateur series broadcast that we've ever done.
Yeah, which says a lot. We've had cards that were all finishes. This one, man.
9 fights, 8 finishes.
Wow. And the decision was a wild, fun fight.
And each finish was memorable. Like, that was intense. Let's take a look at the finish and the highlights for this round.
Playground tactics there. Yeah, you can see the body language. He wasn't really trying to escape. I mean, I think he was just spent. When you throw everything you have at somebody and it doesn't work, I mean, that happens.
All right, let's make things official. Here's Wayne.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee JJ Ferraro calls for a stop to the fight. 2 minutes, 1 second into round number 2, declaring your winner by tap out due to an arm triangle choke, Ivan Murillo.
Congratulations to Ivan Murillo. All right, let's get to the pro side of our prelims and get our next fighter out. Here's Wade.
Please welcome to the blue corner, Dylan Aguilar.
All right, Alex, we're going to the pro side, and Dylan Aguilar, one of the busiest amateurs, fought 10 times since 2021, finished his amateur career at 6-4, beating guys like Hayden Bryars for the title, defending against Ross Thurwalker, also fought Kyle Todrank, lost to him, but this is a guy who does not back down from anybody.
Yeah, and he was actually supposed to defend his belt last weekend. His opponent dropped off. I know they scrambled to find someone for him, but he ended up going pro on this card. And honestly, I'm happy to see it. After his last fight against Thurwalker, it was a flawless victory, a masterful performance. I don't know what more he could have achieved as an amateur. So I think him going pro is the correct step. And I think he's a very seasoned fighter, despite this being his debut, as he had 10 high-level amateur fights. Half of them had to be title fights. I've been waiting for this man's debut for a very long time.
Angel de la Muerte. Dylan Aguilar, highly anticipated pro debut, is inside the cage. Let's meet his opponent.
Please welcome Isay Garcia to the red corner.
Isay Garcia, 5-1 as an amateur, making his debut as well. La Corazon is strong. The Mexican fighter, ready to make that walk as a pro, did lose to Gage Harper in his debut at Fury Amateur Series. Has trained with Diego Lopez. You'll see him in your screen in just a second. And both guys, everyone's so high on them. I can't believe we're getting this fight so early.
Yeah, I remember his debut. This would be a fun one. He preferred to box. He ended up losing that fight by some wrestling. And Aguilar, very well-rounded, but he often strikes very well himself. So I'm thinking we may see a boxing match here. That would be awesome. But we'll see, man. I mean, these guys are both very well-rounded, very experienced, decorated amateurs, ready for this pro showdown. I mean, really cool battle of amateurs, or battle of debutants here, actually. That's the name of a debuter. Debutant. I learned that from one of the referees.
You see Diego Lopez right there. Better mullet, Zach Reese or Diego Lopez?
Man, Diego Lopez got like the emotion in the front, party in the back. I think Diego Lopez got to take that one. I love Zach, he's my boy, but Diego Lopez doesn't like her. Diego Lopez, by the way, is a huge 45er, and he's one of the most action-packed fighters on the UFC roster.
So happy to see his success where he has come from. Our Tail of the Tape brought to you by Live Oak Texas Vodka. We are in the pro size now for our bantamweight. Both guys making their debut. Slight height advantage even on the reach. See that 20 and 19. That's awesome. Man, so much experience already. Let's get our official introductions.
Ladies and gentlemen, the following contest brought to you by Live Oak Texas Vodka is scheduled for 3 rounds in the Fury FC Bantamweight division. Introducing to you first, fighting out of the blue corner. This mixed martial artist is 5 feet 8 inches tall, and he weighed in officially at 135.2 pounds. Fighting out of Victoria, Texas, today he makes his professional debut. Here is Angel de la Muerte, Dylan Aguilar. And introducing his opponent, fighting out of the red corner. This freestyle fighter stands 5 feet 7 inches tall, and he weighed in at 136 pounds. Fighting out of Puebla, Mexico, today, he too makes his professional debut. Here is El Diablo, Isay Garcia. Your referee in charge, Professor Joe Solis.
All right, let's get it going. Professor Joe Solis, first pro fight of the afternoon. Welcome in. I'm Rahil Ramzani with Alex Morono. We head to UFC Fight Pass at 4:30 p.m. Central Standard Time. Harris Moran versus Freddie Rodriguez. Flyweight title on the line. A good start here for both of these active former Ammies.
Nice, good lead punches from both guys. Oh, that right hand rocked Aguilar. It was one of those weird shots, just kind of clipped him on the temple. Aguilar doing a good job trying to control the posture. As I say, advances into full mount.
And Isay Garcia now getting the back of Aguilar. Punches raining down. Big shots. Wow, a lot of power.
Notice that. Yeah, Aguilar kept his hands up and he built a base. He did a good job right there to make sure that ref didn't stop the fight.
Oh, that right arm now sneaking in.
This is deep and he's so fresh and strong, as I say. Aguilar needs to really hand fight. Oh, he's really got a hand fight. He's got to get that choking on him out of position.
Oh, man, this is going to be a tough one to escape. Squeezing for his life is Isay Garcia. Can he get the tap of Dylan Aguilar in round 1 in his debut? Oh, there it is. Aguilar, that was enough. He's like, man, I'm holding on, I'm trying. And Isay Garcia, debut win as a professional.
Yeah, let's see that highlight, because it was just a little right hook. I mean, you saw the malice on Aguilar's eye. You know, if you blink, you miss the punch. I don't even know if I saw the punch, but it definitely got the attention of Aguilar. He got his equilibrium off.
And a huge win there for Isay Garcia. And yeah, it clipped him enough because on the left eye of Dylan Aguilar, you can see it.
Mouse, yeah, right on the eyelid.
Right there. He's swallowing up that mouse is building. Let's take a look at the finish and some highlights for round 1. See if we can catch it. There it is.
Man, okay.
Yeah.
It was like a switch stance check hook while he was moving back. An interesting punch.
Immediately got it to the ground and then worked it until that choke opened up and squeezing, and there's the tap. And what a moment there for Isay Garcia. Diego Lopez giving him some props. The entire team is in there. Fun start to the pro side of our prelims. Let's make things official. Here's Wayne Leggett.
Ladies and gentlemen, Professor Joe Solis calls for a stop to the fight. 1 minute, 14 seconds into the very first round, declaring our winner by tap out due to a rear naked choke, El Diablo, Isay Garcia.
Congratulations to Isay Garcia, and we hope to see both guys back here inside the Fury FC cage.
Yeah, congratulations, Isay. Aguilar, keep your head up. Looking forward to watching both these guys fight again.
Woo! Man, all finishes so far. Something is in the air here in Rosenberg, Texas. We got our final pictures here for Isay Garcia. And let's meet our next fighter.
Please welcome to the blue corner, Christian Lopez.
Christian Lopez. A lot of people say they love fighting. Christian Lopez loves to fight. 8th time inside the Fury FC cage, looking to snap a 4-fight losing streak. He's a guy that, look, he wants to fight. He wants to see what he has. And he is going to be taking on a debuter in Anthony Strap. But for Christian Lopez, we remember that big moment, that KO of Oliver Jimenez. And since then, he has said yes to pretty much every fight. He's like, let's go.
Yeah, his level of competition has been very high. I know pretty much every single one of his opponents has taken him down and gone for the submission. We'll see if maybe he's tried to fill that hole. In this corner, we see Robert Azell, a very decorated black belt here in the Houston scene, which is, I think, a new addition to the corner. I didn't ask, but I see him there, and I know that man's got very proficient jiu-jitsu, and we'll see if perhaps Lopez has tried to fill that gap, because I know he's been triangle choked a couple times. I'll tell you, he's got some real power, and he will stand and crack. This man will throw down. Always exciting. Fights almost always go in a finish, too, so we'll see what happens.
Christian Lopez is inside. Let's meet his opponent.
Please welcome to the red corner, Anthony Strap.
Anthony Strap, first time in the Fury FC cage, making that debut. Never fought here as an amateur. 5-0. He hasn't fought since September of last year when he won the Bantamweight Championship for a different promotion, the #1 ranked Bantamweight in Hawaii. He said, hey, if I'm getting a chance to fight at Fury, I'm coming here. I don't care how far the flight is, all that stuff. He just wants that shot.
Hey, man, props to this man for traveling. Traveling is a challenging aspect. I tell my guys all the time, we're from Houston. We get to fight in Fury pretty much every single weekend. I say, guys, we're going to have to, take the show on the road. Let's go fight in San Antonio. Let's go fight in Dallas. You got to learn how to travel because it's a part of the game. I mean, it's a huge task that usually only half of the fight card has to deal with. And if you do make a bigger show, then everybody's traveling. But yeah, props, man. I like that mindset. I like that energy. He wants to let everyone know he's down to scrap no matter the obstacles. And that's definitely good practice for high-level action.
Our tale today brought to you by the Danuna Law Firm. Height advantage for Christian Lopez, reach advantage for Anthony Strap. The 21-year-old Hawaiian is here in Rosenberg, Texas. Let's get our introductions.
The following contest, brought to you by DanunaLawFirm.com, is scheduled for 3 rounds in the Fury FC Bantamweight Division. Introducing to you first, fighting out of the blue corner. This freestyle fighter stands 5 feet 11 inches tall, and he weighed in at 136 pounds. Fighting out of Richmond, Texas, today he looks for his 3rd win as a pro. Here is Christian, the Cannibal Lopez. And introducing his opponent across the cage, fighting out of the red corner. This mixed martial artist stands 5 feet 10 inches tall, and he weighed in officially at 135.6 pounds. Fighting out of Ewa Beach, Hawaii, today he makes his professional debut. Here is Anthony Strap. Your referee in charge of the action, Patrick Patlon.
Christian Lopez, blue gloves. The Hawaiian, Anthony Strap, red gloves. Second pro fight of the afternoon. Oh, a big kick to start from Strap.
Yeah, followed by 3 vicious punches. Nice high kick from Strap. Oh, nice big left hand. Oh, these guys are exchanging.
This is exactly what we expected, man. In a Christian Lopez fight, it's never boring.
We don't know much about Anthony Strap, but the way he's fighting. Oh,
man.
He's furious.
Oof. 4 finishes as an amateur, 5-0 total record. He's a guy who's good at getting those finishes. Definitely a step up in competition heading here to Fury.
Yeah, absolutely. Strong high kick from Arsenal. Both built very similar. Nice. Man, I'll tell you, it's the kick.
Oh, no. Here we go. Big punches there. Anthony Strap. Is this going to be enough? Punches raining down, and that is it. Another finish.
Man.
Wow.
Huge to get. I'll tell you, he would throw the high kicks and then come with a 2-banger or a 3-banger. If we watch the opening sequence, it was a big high kick to a 3-punch combo. I think what dropped Christian was he threw the high kick into a 2-punch combo, and I think the right hand landed right behind his ear and just rocked him.
Welcome to Fury FC, Anthony Strap.
Fight was very fun while it lasted. So let's get the highlights here in just a moment.
The streak continues. Another finish here. Take a look at our highlights and the finish. There was that kick followed up by a left that kind of clipped
One. He throws a kick into some punches. Bang, bang. I'm telling you, I think it was that right hand right behind the ear. Now, granted, a left hook hit right before it, but I'll tell you, when you get hit like behind the ear, you don't always see it coming. There's a weird one. It was all over him.
Anthony Strap in there having a little fun talking to Wayne Leggett. He's like, man, that's Wayne Leggett in person. Let's make this official. Here's Wayne.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Patrick Patlon calls for a stop to the fight. 1 minute, 20 seconds into the very first round, declaring your winner by TKO, Anthony Strap.
And congratulations to Anthony Strap. Leaves us with 2 pro fights left. And don't forget, we're heading to UFC Fight Pass at 4:30 p.m. Fury FC 91. Let's meet our next fighter.
Please welcome to the blue corner, Germán Ponce.
Germán Ponce. 3rd time inside the Fury FC cage. 1-1 overall record here at Fury. 3-6-1 across his pro career on a 1-fight losing streak. This will be his 11th fight since 2020.
Yeah, I remember Germán Ponce's Fury debut. He was already a pretty experienced pro at the time, but he kind of came on the scene out of nowhere. You know, a lot of fights, not a lot of consistency in the win column, but I'll tell you, his debut was fun. This man does not gas. He fights at a very high pace. He can grapple. Just when he's in a terrible spot, he'll explode and get to a good spot. He'll use heavy low kicks in his arsenal. I mean, he did a huge prospect at DR Culpepper. Somebody needs to let him know that.
Yeah, I think we lost Germán Ponce.
I saw him. He was just ripping some low kicks backstage. He'll be out here in a second. But I'll tell you, this just goes to show in this matchup, his opponent, Antonio Figueiredo, lost to Josh Van, only amateur loss for the Fury featherweight or flyweight title. And no one would fight this man. His opponent, who's going to walk after Germán walks, no one would fight him. And like this goes to show Germán doesn't care. He can fight whoever. It's a fun style. We got him in the cage
there
now.
He is. We found him.
It's gonna be a fun fight. I mean, a very high-low fight, despite one of them being a debutant, the other one being its 11th fight. I mean, expect some madness in this fight because Germán, I'll tell you, his pacing's wild. He's very technical. And he just doesn't slow down. I remember watching him fight this debut. I was like, oh, he'll gas. But he never gassed. He just kept fighting super hard. He's got some technical, I don't want to say flaws, but holes on the ground. But I'll tell you, he makes up for that in like heart and honestly explosion. This is one of those guys. He's like must-watch Fury fights. I mean, he really is.
El Macho, coming out of Chihuahua, Mexico, has that heart that we all love for Mexican fighters. But that is the one. Look, we have to be critical about the one flaw in his game, the ground game. The last fight against Alex De La Cruz just could never solve the ground game. But man, his striking is so on point.
Yeah, and his heart's in it, and he's tough, but he's fun. I mean, so is Tony. I mean, this is going to be an awesome fight.
Yeah.
This is my pro fight of the night pick for the record.
Germán Ponce inside the cage. Let's meet his opponent.
Please welcome to the red corner, Tonio Figueiredo.
Tonio Figueiredo, the debut, taking 2 years off since his last amateur fight, went 5-2 as an amateur, has been fighting since 2017 as an amateur, back on the cage combat days, and now he was supposed to be on the Galveston card, but Joseph Aguilar, the night of the fight, hurt his hammy, so the debut got pushed.
Yeah, I mean, to weigh in, show up to the fight day, get your hands ready or wrapped up, get warmed up, and to not fight is just catastrophic. That 2-year gap, it wasn't by choice. He had fights fall out left and right. This is actually his second rebooking against Germán. They were supposed to fight about a month ago, but Germán was sick, so they had to reschedule. Props to Germán for rescheduling and taking care of business, but he wanted to stay active. He was just really struggling to find opponents. I'm like, let that be a lesson on this man's skill set. But I'll tell you, once you step into that pro league, it is a different ballgame.
Such a strong flyweight, one of the strongest, I would say, in Fury FC. Our tail to tape brought to you by OnlyFans. Herman Ponce, short on the height, short on the reach. Antonio Figueiredo making his debut at 24 years old. Both fighters are inside. Let's get our introductions.
Ladies and gentlemen, your next fight, brought to you by OnlyFans, is scheduled for 3 rounds in the Fury FC at a catchweight of 130 pounds. Introducing to you first, fighting out of the blue corner. This mixed martial artist stands 5 feet 5 inches tall, and he weighed in officially at 130.8 pounds. Fighting out of Chihuahua, Mexico, today he looks for his 4th win as a pro. Here is Herman El Macho Ponce. And introducing his opponent, fighting out of the red corner. This freestyle fighter stands 5 feet 7 inches tall, and he weighed in at 131 pounds. Fighting out of Houston, Texas, today he makes his professional debut. Here is Tonio Fosho Figueiredo. Your referee in charge of the action, Professor Joe Solis.
Blue gloves for Ponce. Figueiredo in the red. Waiting for this fight. Should be a fun one. The pro debut of Tonio.
Antonio very light on his feet. He'll switch stances. He's got great boxing and great wrestling. Ponce has very explosive striking, but I'll tell you, he's got a strong low kick.
Oh, man.
Really strong stepping on a 1-2. Now that's how you handle a low blow for Tonio. He didn't drop his hands. He didn't look at the ref. He kept his hands up, circle away, and let the ref know. Said, I got hit low.
All right, let's take a look at this connect. 1, 2, and yeah.
So, to be fair, had Tonio not stepped in for that hard 1-2, which was a tremendous technique, excellent timing, that kick would have likely landed to the inside thigh. So that was one of those, 100% unintentional, but you do have to be in charge of your weapons. You really do.
Also ate a big punch there as well.
Yeah, you could tell they studied tape. These guys are war there. They just got a 20-second KO in the UFC last night. They know what they're doing.
Yeah.
And, I think they knew Herman was going to throw a really hard, low-kicking arsenal in the mix. And you can do one of 3 things. You can back out of range, make a miss. You can check the kick, or you can step in and try to hammer him with a 1-2. The latter option is the most valuable, but also the most risky.
Antonio Figueiredo taking his time, as he should. All good. Professor Joe Solis making sure. And we're back in action.
Ripping those low kicks. Big shots, that's what I mean with Herman. He'll throw some crazy stuff. Antonio's going Cobra style with this karate right now. Hands out.
Oh. Whoa! No way! Tonio Figueiredo, in a night that's already filled with highlights, just stole the show! Oh my God!
Oh my God.
Oh no!
Oh my goodness. Man.
Oh man! Herman Ponce is not looking good right now. We're not going to show you on screen just yet. That could have been the most brutal kick I've ever seen here.
Herman's up and moving around. There's a big old gash where he got kicked. He's sitting up now. Man, wow. Oh my God. Tonio didn't throw more than 2 strikes the whole fight. He was just laser accurate.
Oh, wow.
Oh my goodness.
Man, that was devastating. And there's the replay.
Oh, snapped his head back
man.
so bad. Big old gash on his head. Good for Tonio, man. Not
He held
following
up, yeah.
Tonio's a class act. I train with him. I like, oh my God.
We ended up shaking hands.
I got scared. I don't know what to do.
Oh, man.
Oh, man. I have to talk to you. Oh, jeez.
Oh, no.
I think he's just so out of it.
Yeah.
I think he's trying to fight back a little bit, not really knowing what's going on. This is a weird moment. You know, you're
just coming back too, and
yeah, and then you're being held down by, you know, it's just, man, I feel for Herman Ponce. I wish him nothing but the quick step recoveries. I mean, he's okay. He's communicating, and
that was just a brutal kick, and there's blood everywhere. Let's take a look at this knockout again. I mean, just perfect timing. That kick was absolutely devastating. Antonio Figueiredo just holding off, saying, yeah, I've done what I needed to do. Herman Ponce now getting put on the board. He's going to be carried out. Wishing him the best and quickest recovery. Man. That's the sport. Yeah, props to Antonio Figueiredo for holding back. Antonio right now playing for Herman Ponce. It's a devastating sport. It's a brutal sport. And it happens. Ponce, man, thinking about you, brother. You see Antonio Figueiredo still collecting his thoughts. Look, it's the highs of getting that big finish, but you also, as a man, as a fighter, as a person, thinking about your opponent. Saw Antonio do that. He held back as soon as he saw Herman on the ground. Let's make things official. Here is Wayne Leggett.
Ladies and gentlemen, Professor Joe Solis calls for a stop to the fight. 55 seconds into round number 1, declaring your winner by knockout, Antonio for show Figueiredo.
All right, guys, I'm here with Tonio. One, I got to say, you guys, his pro debut should have happened, a year ago? I remember day of the fight, his opponent got hurt. You know, this fight was supposed to happen weeks ago. I got rescheduled. Tonio, you're really a class act, man. No one wanted to fight you. Herman, noble and brave to step in, and everyone can see why. I just got to say, a masterful performance. I mean, an assassin's level of precision and technique. And I just want to say, holding back, not following up with a strike really does go show like the type of man and person you are. We all appreciate that. Just, give us your thoughts on your performance and, what we can expect from you as a professional now.
I want to be active. Just recently graduated, so you guys will be seeing me a lot. And Fury, please, my next fight, put me on my UFC Fight Pass. I deserve to be there. I should have been there years ago. Hey, I don't really have nothing to say. I got a lot of respect for my opponent, German. I appreciate I was sick this week. I couldn't make 125, but he agreed to do a catch weight at 130. At least he owed me that, too, because we were supposed to fight weeks ago, and he couldn't make it because he had the flu. I got the flu myself right now. I'm just glad that I was able to finish in the first round because I'm sick as a dog right now. I got a whole lot of medicine and stuff like that, so...
Man, with a performance like that, you're going to go very, very far. A true class act. The show, Antonio Figueiredo.
Hey, congratulations.
One more time. We wish you well.
Congratulations to Antonio Figueiredo. Just graduated the University of Houston with an accounting degree. Man, what a moment for him. Hey, we're going to get our final pro fight in. Let's get it going.
Please welcome to the blue corner, Joseph Aguilar.
Joseph Aguilar. Get ready, because it's going to be a lot of fun. This music's about to hit.
Yeah, I remember we actually fought Joseph Aguilar, and I had to not smile during his walkout because his corner was feeling it and grooving with it. House music was really cool. I like the mood and the feeling. Aguilar's always fun to watch. He's another guy who's like chaos personified. I mean, win, lose, or draw, it's always going to be a really fun fight.
Yeah, Kid Lightning, 7-time inside the Fury FC cage on a 1-fight losing streak. Lost to David Reza back at Fury FC 84, your guy, in December via round 2 finish. Had some good moments in round 1, but it just couldn't get that win, and that's the story of Aguilar. He starts really well, just needs to figure out the rest of it.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm pretty sure he's going to have to deal with a lot of pressure and wrestling here in this fight. But Aguilar's game, man, he'll find the shots, he'll scramble hard. He's got to make it happen here tonight.
At one point was the #1 flyweight in Texas as an amateur, went 5-0. Actually won the LFA flyweight championship as an amateur. So has that background, has that pedigree. Let's meet his opponent.
Please welcome Michael Capone to the red corner.
The gangster, Michael Capone, 2-1 record. 4-time inside the Fury FC cage. Has a no contest on his books as well against David Reza.
My boy, yep.
He's a guy that is we're trying to figure out who is Michael Capone, right? What's the style? Has a lot of pressure. Will keep things really tight. But what's the next level of the gangster?
Yeah, you know what? His striking's always been good and fun. Definitely more powerful than quick. But I'll tell you, he's had the most success with his size and physicality. He pressures guys, he hits them, he takes them down, he takes them back, and he can find the finish from there. And we knew when we fought him it was going to be a very, very physical fight. Our guy Dave was quick, so he was trying to strike early. Capone made the wrestling happen. I think we're going to see a very similar strategy in this fight.
Michael Capone coming his last fight, got the unanimous decision win over Gonzalez back in March at Fury FC 87. Got his back taken in round 2 to end the round, but then just, ran out of time for that submission. We look at our trailer tape brought to you by Howler Head Whiskey. Height advantage, reach advantage for the 30-year-old, the gangster Michael Capone. In this flyweight showdown, let's get our introductions.
The following contest, brought to you by Howler Head Whiskey, is scheduled for 3 rounds in the Fury FC Flyweight Division. Introducing your first competitor, fighting out of the blue corner. This mixed martial artist stands 5 feet 5 inches tall, and he weighed in at a perfect 125 pounds. Fighting out of Wharton County, Texas, today he looks for his 3rd win as a pro. Here is Kid Lightning, Joseph Aguilar. And introducing his opponent, fighting out of the red corner. This freestyle fighter stands 5 feet 6 inches tall, and he weighed in officially at 125.8 pounds. Fighting out of Houston, Texas, by way of Shenandoah County, Virginia, his professional record stands at 2 wins, only 1 defeat. Here is Michael, the Gangster Capone. Your referee in charge, Patrick Patlon.
All right, final fight of our prelims broadcast before we head over to UFC Fight Pass at 4:30 p.m. for Paris Moran defending his title against Freddie Rodriguez. Kid Lightning, the big kick start.
Nice, good jab, too.
Blue gloves for Aguilar, red for Capone.
Nice right hand. Oh, I don't know if that was a slip or a punch. These guys are getting after it early. Oh, it's a hard kick. I'm not too sure who threw it.
Yeah, I wasn't sure.
But it sounded good. Nice body kick there from Aguilar.
Oh,
nice. Big clinch knee.
Man.
Into an armbar.
Oh!
Into an armbar. He's got to get a good grip on Capone's arm. He's got to get his elbow, that left elbow, kind of to the outside. Or used to get on top. Capone now attacking with some jiu-jitsu of his own. So this is where Aguilar honestly could and should just maybe back out of there. If Capone frees up that right leg, he's going to figure for this triangle. Aguilar needs to there it is.
No.
I mean, you got to back out. He's going to get an armbar, triangle armbar, big slam, but that's not going to be enough.
Can Michael Capone get the tap of Kid Lightning?
He's committed to the triangle by grabbing that. He's going to be arm across, but he's really trying to put him to sleep. He made it a work from here. I mean, Kid Lightning needs to stop hitting him and try to escape this triangle. This is as bad as it gets. There's the tap.
Oh, there's the tap. That's it. Kid Lightning.
Jeez.
Just should have exited, but Michael Capone taking full advantage of it.
100%. 100%. Wow. I can't believe we got thrown these prelims. We got no swing bouts. We got a break. We need a break.
How about that? We just called 13 fights in an hour, 2 hours and 30 minutes.
My heart rate settled.
And we still have a main card to go.
and a stacked main card at that.
All right, let's take a look at this finish. There is that choke. Yeah, it had that moment to escape, but Kid Lightning opted to stay in there and punch. Michael Capone gets a huge win. A lot of respect here between these two fighters. And if you haven't yet, get your subscription for UFC Fight Pass, because there is something in the air tonight here in Rosenberg, Texas at the Epicenter. Man, one of our best prelims ever. 13 fights, 12 of them being finishes. Let's make it official. Here's Wayne.
Ladies and gentlemen, the end comes. 1 minute, 14 seconds into the very first round. Declaring your winner by tap out due to a triangle, Michael the Gangster Capone.
You've had a lot of fights here in Fury. Man, you've really seemed to find your footing with your grappling and with your jiu-jitsu. Did you expect to have the ground advantage in this fight?
Yeah, I tend to expect to have the grappling advantage in most of my fights, if we're going to be honest. I'm a pretty strong 125er, and I wrestled the majority of my life, and I live this, so I expect that.
Yeah, you've seemed to really fall into your style very successfully. Congratulations on this win. What do you want to do next here in Fury?
I'd like to get one at the very least, maybe even 2 more fights this year. I had a fight taken away from me because I had smoked a little too close to one of my competitions. It's all on me, my fault, but I'd like to get those wins back in the column, so it's just I got to keep them coming.
Yeah, absolutely, man. You're always putting on excellent fights here in the Fury cage. Congratulations, Michael Capone, everybody.
Thank you.
All right, thank you for joining us here on our prelims broadcast for Fury FC 91. We at the UFC Fight Pass at 4:30 p.m. as Paris Moran defends his title against Freddie Rodriguez. On behalf of the entire Fury staff, for our DNA studio production team, for Alex Morono and Wayne Leggett, I'm Mehul Ramzani. Congratulations to all the winners. We will see you at UFC Fight Pass at 4:30.